Commanders, morning.
Morning.
I think let's first appreciate all the police that are surrounding us, because they're not here against us, they're here to defend us. So, public order police and SEPs in general, we really thank you. We appreciate your presence, and if there's anything we can do to further display high discipline and high morale, we will do that with ease. And to everyone else that is here, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because this is not a display for Nhlanhla Lux. It's a display for the world to see that black people, the time has come for us to unite. So it's not normal that you'll see the people of Slovo in the same space and time with the people of Orlando and the people of Pinville and the people of Diepkloof and the people of Snake Park and Prampisha, etc. And Roodepoort. So for me, it's a celebration of unity amongst our people. A lot comes out of unity. So if we have an opportunity to unite, I am happy. While I'm on the thank you wave, I must also thank all the political parties that are supporting us, all of them, because you know we are non-political, so we don't have a special relation that's above any other. But I think I can feel there's a group of people that say on Spizani behind me. Where are they? Salute. Salute. Thank you for always coming to the court and fighting the good fight for South Africans. Look, I'm going to say something, and if what I'm going to say, you have a problem with it, you're welcome to go home, like the others went home. The fight against foreigners, the war against foreigners, is not a war that I'm going to lead. I'm going to lead a war against illegal, undocumented foreigners. Money. Not all foreigners. Money. So they can all go jump. And to make it easy, I'm not a politician, I don't have protocol I must follow. They can all go to hell. Yeah. They can all go to hell, those who think that we are selling out the war against undocumented foreigners. They are not here. They are somewhere fighting all foreigners. Let me give you small education why it's important for you to understand the difference. It's important because if we are fighting all foreigners, we are then saying the embassies must all pack their bags and go. You are mad. You are also then saying our ambassadors across the world must pack and come back home. We can't have a fight against all foreigners. So now I don't care or Prantswembu, or Pratleba, or Praposa. Nakito tatazella na. Okaya hammao. Ailo ruta monto blalabato laxi vat. You can go to hell. Why don't you become the mouthpiece of a war against all foreigners? Why must Nhlanhla Lux be the mouthpiece of that nonsense? And let me tell you, if there are some South Africans that think that this war, they must take it to all foreigners, some of us will go and join the police defending those foreigners. I am not going to tolerate a country. Our country is going far. These old people that are in positions of power, who are trying to collapse our country because tomorrow they won't be here. They'll all be dead. Right. But we'll be here in the next 20 years. Then we must account for the decision we took 20 years ago. There is no country. You are South Africans because of time. So you can't be naive and say that we must fight all foreigners. You are mad. So we are going to fight in defense of the laws of our country. And being undocumented is against the law of this country. So we'll fight all undocumented foreigners and ensure that South Africans are put first in South Africa, full stop. Anyone with a problem can go create another platform where they fight all foreigners. We're not fighting all foreigners here. If we fight all foreigners and you get into an accident today, you might not be safe because Para has a lot of foreign doctors. Bongatabalona here, le pepilo ki doctors tse tswang ko ntle. No, what I just said is that some of you here, when your mothers went to hospital to give birth, a foreign hand helped you to bring you into life from your mother's womb. So you can't be naive and just go with people's emotions and propaganda and things to say, vele, kwamele bonke bahambe, you must hambe, wena hambe wena. So coming back to court, we all know why we are here. And if there's an EFF person here, I want you to know that my statement or the force against that might come out as if it's against the EFF. It's not. The EFF remains to have members who are part of our people in Soweto. If someone who EFF passes away, we are all at the funeral. The mothers and the sisters, Bapila, Machense Shapa Haraf, Arabotor Narkena Patifi. So we can never be attacking our people just in jail. So when we speak the truth about some people who happen to be part of the EFF, so it must be made clear, and people must be reminded why we are here. We are here because the community of Dobsonville cried about a certain house selling drugs and nyaupe to the kids of Dobsonville. We then took it upon ourselves to invite the police and Metro Police to make a formal registered operation to go to that house with the community. We went in that house, the media was there with newsroom and everyone were there. Even our own internal cameras were there. We went in, the guy who Tampile Mavota, Mar community Amutola, Eba Huta, Bamutlisa, Eba Bulam Nyakwata in room Eberkena, Ebercheka Mutasadio drop mo Inglena, Eberitwana. I was the one telling the community that, listen, we've searched this place, but obviously this person had a tip off because that's why he ran. So I'm just happy that we confronted the problem that the community raised with the police. They are here. So people, let's move on. We have another issue, with the electricity issue that day. 2 days later, Otan Tresa Kamanya EFF spokesperson. Yeah, that Nhlanhla Lux boy must be arrested with immediate effect. So an entire EFF national spokesperson, national. So Nhlanhla Lux is a national issue to the EFF. So the national spokesperson comes into Soweto and says that we are opening a case. Yeah, our member. So the drug dealer, by the way, happens to be an EFF secretary. That's why there was that. So the long and short of it is, I hear it on the media that Runali case in Naku to 300 rands from a drug dealer's house. 300. Bariki to 300. They say 300,000. 300 rands. Now, okay, you try you. In the Rata guy for 300. When I know by postponing it to the 6th of February, 6 months for 300. I'm Marvan Tebet. I get a lot of specialized I get dressed the politician. I'm a trial again. You are analytic, it's where. Little on a theater in Pierre, but so on alone Tebet, but the force of Soweto was growing so great that you guys stand a good chance of collapsing political parties come 2024. So they must now give you problems. They must not give you problems. So, but because the law is also passed, we can stand independently, we can stand as a political party, we can do whatever. So they are now scared. That's why you're seeing these things being played. These are political games, but you don't entertain politics. The reason why the people like both Julius, they'll never get close to us, is because we are going to continue to give them love. So Kiteba police and Alimutos in sharp. Because can experience out Tilali Huele. Julius is Huelena. Can I experience out Tilali Huele? Didn't that is. Ratolizwa. Angra, Kirko Ratolizwa. Aleba 2 minutes. I don't Aragidis Copas at Osheralin, Nagiroshavas Willis. So we must take care of even those who don't like us. We must lead even those that hate us. We have a responsibility to lead the communities, not some people in our community, all of them. Where politics failed is that politics continue to lead their members, not the people. And that's why there's a gap between the people and the political party. But there's no gap between people like myself, leaders like myself in the communities and the people, because we are the people and we're practicing what the ancestors died for the people, by the people. My dream is not to come and get into slow, which is something that I hate doing. Before because that's the primary foundation of division in our communities. There's no way our communities can unite if our households and families are not united. I always say when I have the opportunity, even here amongst us, we are full of division and hate. I reach peace because Ribina, when I Morsa Kopanante, and Morsa Kopanang is the households that we come from. So if we're expecting South Africa to be a better country, can we exercise what the change we want for South Africa? Start in the house. You go back today with immediate effect. You go look your sibling in the eye or for 6 months or 6 years. But today, guys, I give we fell and because once we are empowered enough and united in our households, we'll have the strength to go unite the community. Guys, politicians that just in Parliament of South Africa. Go to all of them, any of them in your mind. Go to where they live, where they come from. Baba Mbatwa Sheikh, yes Sheikh. Nerile Sheikh Rurnali Lima Commander Soweto. Retolotina the drugs, Retolotina expired goods in spaza shops. Cause Sheikh, Marumutumo Parliament, we can change the country. Opaleti Kasiao. Nanshale round Soweto Mplelo Runiwaka, ko want to Ruetala. Yes. Nakasega Sikasumpal. So if I fail with Soweto, that means I'm going to fail with the country. Yes. We must be realistic. It doesn't matter how popular you are at the time. Don't misuse the people's hope that they give to you and think that then what are to we've won the country. What do I know about governance? What do we know about governance? We must do things that we know we can achieve. Do we go to Maponya Mall and make sure that Soweto is the only one that starts to fight against looting? And did we win? The answer is yes. Why? We went there equipped. We went there knowing that we can win this fight. Araya because of WhatsApp groups but we will go to such places to help our police and ensure that we protect the laws of this country, and the examples will start in our communities. But how not clever molipati? How not clever molipati? How not mutotlamela keneka so turtom tatazella? Kire nake musutu marbasu batibore habo mamo na kwa kobatwante. I'm not going to sit around and watch Bokoko being raped and our sisters being raped. Uru in Nigeria no prantoembu capturing the Mamanko government. We are not in that government. We are on the ground. Liberty drugs. We are not going to sit by and watch our young people suffocate from drugs. Really, never. Until wire. Courting, Mame, I would rather go to court forever and see Soweto without drug dealing rather than Kitabe, the drugs because Kitaba court, Kitabe drug dealer can never be. Never. I always say that our love for our kids must be greater than the fear that we have for drug dealers. That's why really mo. So kitoko ba ra re khutlela mrao. Re khutlela mrao re tsebore. Ere yetsang a se politiki. Ere yetsang is for real change for our people. Yes. We are not saying we are changing the whole country. We don't have the resources to do that. Babambare, hey Marvolax was sponsored. Where do they get the funds to do what they do? My house is walking distance away from Maponya Mall. For me to stand up, how much do I need for that nonsense? Zero. What does that cost me? Absolutely nothing. So hey, crime. Whatever about the politician. We are not going to be apologetic with our success in life. I lori baba mbakono spina we achozi bonkono chozi kulo panda ko tropo. I lori baba mbakono spina ka we achozi. Baba mbakono spina ko potrumu. Exactly. Skar chawa charte spina ko potrumu. No spina runa potrumu. Spina pela as a crime. Good your efforts to make things connect at the end and make sure runa le brought to play. Ha ke tsebo shapa aeroplane tsomo e fitla Washington. Ke tsabubua because ba tla re kina ke tshomtsa magoa. Aba ya hasata. Mame. Helicopter Soweto onaje. You're going to see when Soweto Parliament sits on the 27th. Morning. On the 27th. On the 27th ke Saturday. And the Parliament ya dula meaning di kasika ofela tsa Soweto dia dula di organization ka ofela. Le mapodisa rona teng. Letsa di hostel ka ofela di teng taxi association ba teng ka ofela. Re tlo announce ntwe e bohlokang. Soweto, we are going to start having a helicopter that's there just to support our police stations. Ke mang o tla shapang ha se go Soweto ba tsebo re ntho ka phetoga fa. No. Arito emela helicopter ya mapodisa ya SAPS. It's from ko hengarileng teng. Because we don't have enough resources as a government, as law enforcement. So our responsibility is that how I know honor, o tlatsa, o re batho ba tswele pele. Wa o le thata. O tsaba re o thuse setšhaba because batla re he. Aba lo bua. Gale ba bua ka parlamenteng maphelo a rona sa tswele pele. Yaanong dintja di shas para di bua di etsa di bui fela. So na le problem. Because if you think about what I'm saying, the power of change does not lie in Lux and Soweto. The power of change lies in the ordinary people. You can go back right now. Kokasi. Eboetsa meeting ya bokoko fela. What's the worrying of Chicago? Bokoko. Kitoko Pauri. Limplele matata aluna. Top 3 problems. What was amongst those problems keying? Nastro Saka. Sign sharp. Singela Chelta Sas. So Nalwena. Rekaita operation. Yabo Koko Batukumezwa. Akira Banava Budulbona Cotresi. Rekoko Pantelma Podisa. Rebalate. Araba sharp, araba twar. Raba educator. A lot of our problem is because we are not educated. Some of these things we don't know what to do with them. Ntwana next door na le RM wena ona yona bona rutamelo shape makoko. Nka bontsha tsela tse ngata tsa ba RM ke ntwenyana. Ke ntwenyana di ngata. I can teach you how to run social media so that you start advertising on your social media or 1000 even ntwenyana. In costi le guy ke ke nana ntse ke rutsi mo ke mshebile mo masong. Ebe ka usane ba re our job is to empower them to buy themselves the RM. They can't associate success with the black child. They must want someone that brought that success. Why don't a million? How said I can say McLaren calculation? I'm a Remona Plumeli Makula Kai or Limakalati Kai Kabalibongam Kai. Why can't it be his own brilliance? And my last point around protecting these young ones, we need to make sure that when you see this young man, I am really an Indian fella, or a colored fella, or a white fella, or African fella. Don't assume that the person is capturing him. He might have the power to capture him. So yanu lona because le limeti dikelello bongata ba rona ha re mmona because ra inyatsa ra ipetsa re ke no capturewa e ka ntho ene re go bolelle la no capturewa my boy. How capture you of million of exaltation or pushation? So la pilu capture you my boy. So la pilu capture no problem. So what I look at things about I love and enjoy being around you at any given time. Haksa stop you in case stop. So kitoko boriwa na nke maike otherwise nanke to la pi. So what Commander's morning. Commander's morning.